We've been really talking about that uneven recovery that we continue to see in China. What are these numbers telling us?
They're telling us the recovery definitely is in place. It definitely continues. The latest year-over-year numbers may not be quite as blazingly strong, but remember, we're comparing this year to last year when industrial profits, along with a lot of other aspects of China economies, other economies around the world, got crushed. So the number we're getting for the latest month is 36.4% year-over-year in May. Back in December, you can see that the far left, the number was 15.5 up to 20 and change in November. We skip a couple of months and go to March. Look at that again, comparing this year March, last year March, 92% year over year, 57% in April. So when you get to 36.4, it's still a strong number. It's the difference in comparing over year. But when you look inside of the numbers for this month, what's also important is that profits of China's smaller companies are now rising slower than the pace of bigger companies. We're also seeing that rising commodity prices are helping upstream companies, we call them, like raw material producers. But if you're a downstream company that has to buy things that are driven in large part by commodity prices, that's one of the things that is squeezing your profits, particularly for smaller businesses.
In terms of the early indicators that Bloomberg has a look at, what does that tell us about where the expansion goes from here?
Well, it's a very interesting report. It looks at 8 very important indicators, and what it shows is the recovery is stabilizing in June. It's still solid. It's still strong. It's just kind of leveling off in terms of the strength of the gains. In fact, it's signaling, if you want to look over the whole year, that yes, China's economy should grow about 8.5% in 2021. That's a very, very good number. Again, it's a post-pandemic number, but still strong. Business confidence is one of these indicators. It's a survey of businesses, more than 500 in China, done by Standard & Chartered. It is still coming in at June at the second highest level since the COVID outbreak. A very strong number. If businesses feel confident, there must be a reason why things are looking good to them. One more thing to look at quickly. China PMIs, we'll be getting those tomorrow. They are again stabilizing. What you're seeing here is we saw that big drawdown last year, that big drop, but now we're back up to some pretty solid numbers. May for the manufacturing number, the white line was at 51. It's supposed to go down to 50.8. That's still above 50. It's still growing, just not quite as fast. Services were at 51.0. They're supposed to, by 55 and change, they're supposed to ease a bit, but still we're going to get from the PMI the same message. Things look good. If you look at exports, if you look at the producer prices, the factory gate numbers, they're strong. All are indicating, Heidi, that China's economy recovers. It may not be as blazing, but it's still going strong.